Well, it's about time. It's about time for your Stinkpot Shack Show. Who's ready? Who's ready? Anybody? You're gonna get ready. 'Cause it's time for the Stinkpot Shack Show! Let's get stinking. Recently, I opened my Mega Lightning chest. It gives you 8 strikes, which allows you to strike a card out and do another random roll. Let's see what I get. So I took the Elite Barbarians, Bats. I'm basically saving all my strikes at the end in case there is a legendary card draw. We still don't know yet, so I'm kind of just looking to see what I got. And now you can look, the flashing 1 is there, so there is a legendary card. But we got 8 strikes to use, and we get the... crap, the Bandit. But guys, I have these 8 strikes, so I can re-roll this legendary card and see if I can get a different legendary. We all know the Ram Rider is the only card I do not have, so let's strike out some cards. Crap, the Night Witch. Strike him again. Electro Wizard? Ugh. I need the Ram Rider. Glorious gods out there, lightning be strike me, give me the Ram Rider. Let's try to get some different rare cards. Alright, back to the legendary cards. We got to get the Ram Rider. We've got to get it. Come on, guys. Give it to me. Bam! There it is. The Ram Rider! So guys, we finally got every card in the game back in my deck. So we're gonna spend a few minutes now checking out the Ram Rider and seeing what cards complements her well. Let's get started. Hey guys, welcome back to your Stinkpot Shack Show! I'm your pal Stinkpot. We're here for another night of Clash Royale. And guess what, guys? If you haven't known by the intro already, we finally got every single card in the deck. It's all mine. Yes, every single card. And now I only need about, probably, I don't know, 5 million gold in order to max all these cards out. That ain't gonna happen, because that's literally thousands of dollars. So, we are going to talk about the Ram Rider deck. There she is in all her glory. Level 9 Ram Rider. And we're gonna try and figure out what cards coincide with this Ram Rider. Could it be more bacon, more fireballs? I don't know. We'll just have to play them and check it out. So this is what I'm initially going to start with. It's a 4.0 deck. It's got some tank destroyers, it's got some tank creators, and it's got some bacon in here. So got the regular Hog Rider, and now we got the Ram Rider. So plenty. And then we got this guy if we need some heavy duty troops, and these guys in support. These 3 here. Boom, 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 boom. So that's what we're going to try, guys, tonight. If you have suggestions for your own Ram Rider deck, put them in the live chat below. Let's say hello to our live chat. We have Masharo and Call Me Burn here. Good to have you guys here. Actually, I think most of our tournament champions are here. So next Thursday is going to be our month-end tournament for Clash Royale. Come and see our competitors, see how they do, as we're going to be holding... When are the tournaments, Burn? When are they? I've only been saying that for a year, Burn. Oh, yes, that's right. It's every odd Thursday of the month is when we have a tournament. So today's the 24th. The 24th is even, so we're not having a tournament. 31st is next Thursday. 31st is odd. So there you guys have it. That's when we're having our Stinkin tournaments. It's been the same way forever. So, let's get into it and see what happens. We're going to try this first one because I'm a big fat baby. And we're going to go into a training match and see how this deck transpires. So, Shady TV, welcome to the channel. Good to have you on the show here tonight. And we're checking out the Ram Rider and seeing it in all its glory. So, let's see what happens. After we do this quick little dummy match here, we'll go take a look at closer depth at what the Ram Rider has to offer. But for now, let's just throw her into battle and see what happens. If we can't beat the training guy, then we're in big trouble and probably shouldn't use this deck at all. So there she goes in there. You can see her throwing her little bolas out at the baby dragon. She got a few good licks in before it died. But, yeah. I don't think it's meant to be as strong as the regular Hog Rider, but I think it is stronger than the War Pigs. But we'll check all that out in just a few seconds here. So let's get the giant on his way. We're gonna send another Ram Rider run coming up as soon as I get enough elixir. Now that the Infernal Dragon is gone, let's take out that left tower with the Ram Rider. There she goes, screaming like a banshee. Actually, she didn't get to do it, but she's got a little ramming action on the front end. So what is that? A big battering ram? A ram, yeah, Dodge Ram. I'm not affiliated. So let's take out that cannon, and all will be on our way. Keep the princesses. Let's just double up these princesses. They don't seem to care about these princesses on the right, so we'll just double up the fun there. And then we'll send in the Bacon Patrol next. See how that can go. So we'll start the Bacon Patrol back here. And we'll get the bats to take care of the copter. Man, 5 elixir. Long wait for that Ram Rider now. But we're about to enter double elixir. So let's see what happens. We got the Hog Rider going in now. The Ram Rider comes in right behind. Let's see. Can't get the opposition in. And we'll send in the Elite Barbs, and that's going to be game over. I have a feeling that's going to do it. Bam, game. So, we did it with the training guy, but was that the right deck to use? We'll have to see. Let's go compare the stats of the Ram Rider. Let's first look at health points. So, the Ram Rider has 1461 health. And actually, let's put all these guys up here so we can do a quick compare on them instead of me just searching through and finding them. Where'd they go? Where'd they go? Oh, do I already have him up here? The Hog Rider's up there, but where's my War Piggies? Need my War Piggies. There they are. Let's put them up here just for now. So, looks like the War Pigs are going to have... Whoa, look at that health points. They're only level 8, but still, if we go up to level 9, they're going to have, what, 695 compared to the level 9 Ram Rider, 1461. Compare that to the Hog, 15. So just a little less than the Hog Rider. And that I guessed exactly how it was. So the Hog Rider has the most health. Then the Ram Rider, actually the Hog's level 10, so they're probably pretty close to the Hog Rider. Let's see, upgrade. Wish it would show me the upgrade levels, but I don't have enough cards yet. So I would guess it would go up to at least like 1480, 1490 for level 10 Ram Rider. But you guys can see. Let's look at the damage now. Damage per second, 180 for the Hog Rider. Damage is 122 for the Ram Rider, 122, and so the Hog Rider does more damage per second. What about the War Piggies? Are they going to do more damage per second? Wow, that is way low, 42. So the War Pigs Is it now? It says count 4. Is that 42 per second for each pig? Because if that's true, it'd be about 168 for the 4 of them. So I don't know if that's how they figure it up. But it says count 4, so I would think that would be all 4 of them. I don't know. I don't know how that goes. Do you guys know? Anybody out there? So let's look at the next stat. We're going to have hit speed 1.8 seconds compared to the Hog Rider 1.6. So far the Hog Rider is definitely the better troop of these 3. 1.6 and then so the Royal Hogs hit the fastest. They have the least amount of hit points. And yeah, so burn says for each pig. So yeah, that'd be 168. So 168 compared to 180 compared to 122. So the Ram Rider does less damage than the other 2 counterparts, but is about in the middle on hit points. The charge damage, though, might make up for some of the damage because none of the others get charge damage. So that's something to consider as well. Speed is very fast for the Hog and very fast for the Royal Hogs. And I'm guessing it's going to be just, medium. So it's a slower unit. Rider count 1. So yeah, it's interesting. Targets buildings, targets buildings, and targets buildings. So there you guys have it. They're going to go straight for the towers every time. They're going to ignore the troops that are on the ground and get the job done on the tower or King Tower. So we figure out their damage-wise, they're a little on the low end of the side. So let's try and find some troops to complement that. That last deck that we used, I wasn't particularly happy about. So let's see. If they're going to be a support troop, the Ram Riders, so we need to push something in front of them in order for them to survive. So that's number 1 job. So let's pull the, I like the Royal Giant. Let's pull that sucker in. He's going to be our tank for the Ram Rider. And let's get some lower troops in here to lower our elixir count. There we go. So now we're down to 3.9. I'll take out the elite barbarians and we'll throw in, let's throw in a musketeer. Where's she at? Musketeer! We need the musketeer. I must have already passed her because she's not legendary. There she is, level 11. We'll throw her in. So let's try this out, see how it goes. And we are currently at Challenger 1. I have got up to Challenger 2 for this season, so I'll be getting those rewards soon. Actually, when does the... it should be close to the end of the season. Let's see here. Oh, there it is. Yeah, 10 days for the season to end. So I got my Challenger 2. Let's get into a match and see how this deck works out. So if you guys have any questions about Ram Rider, anything you want to talk about concerning Clash Royale, throw it in the live chat and we'll get to it in just a moment. Thanks for watching your Stinkpot Shack Show. We got a giant skeleton coming down the lane. The main thing to remember about giant skeleton, guys, is you just want to keep it distracted long enough where it doesn't get on that tower. So try to pull it, and here comes the balloon. So we gotta go into this, and it looks like the balloon's gonna do some devastating damage. Yep, they're gonna take the tower out altogether. So 2 bombs is gonna do it for me. And let's start to build our push for the Royal Giant and Ram Rider now, and see what we can do with that combo. See if that's going to be a good combo for us. So we're just waiting for 11 elixir now. There's 10. We'll throw the Royal Giant out here, and let's throw the Ram Rider. So the Giant's going to... oh, crap. Not a good combo there, because that was easily taken out. They were ready for that. So... we're just going to push them hard now because we know they got a balloon out there. And so we know we have to push on their tower faster so they won't get those heavy hitting troops out. And so I'm just going to try to see how, like the giant skeleton and the balloon, that's what we got to stop now. So let's get a musketeer out here to pull the skeleton guy to the right. And those two should be able to tackle it down. Nope, actually I'm going to need another pull from the princess. And that should finish it. Yeah, so the bomb did not hit the tower. And they're going for the right. Let's put Ice Wizard. I have really nothing for the balloon with this deck, so that's why it's just slaughtering me. If I put out the Royal Giant and Rim Rider, they're going to crush me with the skeleton army again. So let's pull that. We're going to lose this match, so not a big deal. But we are just mainly concerned with what's going to work with the Ram Rider. And this deck, or at least this opponent, does not work with the Ram Rider. So we're going to have to find a faster, I think a faster deck is going to have to work, because we're just not keeping up with our opponent on this one at 3.9 or 3.6, whatever it was. So yeah, this game is going to be over in just about 15 seconds. And we'll move on and shuffle the deck for some more. I didn't get a chance to throw out. We're just going to distract them for 5 seconds. And there goes that. And game over. Stinkpot, note that you don't only use Ram Rider this way. Barn! This is the very first time I've used it! What do you expect? Peaches is bringing in. I'm going to move the camera so you guys can see Peaches. Oh, camera shy all of a sudden. So there's Peaches, guys. She rarely shows up for games anymore. But hey, there she is. So, Burn, we're going to experiment. We want to experiment, not just show us. We want to figure it out ourselves. That's the whole point of this. So we're going to change up some cards and see how it goes. Let's use some low elixir cards this time, because I'm curious what happens when we do that. I'm going to put a defensive guy out in the middle. So take away my Tesla. Let's bring some zappies in here. Where'd they go? I just saw them. Zappy, zappy, zappies. Let's bring in the bombs. Let's bring in every little thing I can think of. On the fly. 4, 3, 2, 1. Take the princess out. Alright, 3.3. Let's try this one. So we're going to build up a big push behind the Ram Rider this time and see what happens. Last deck, we tried to put the Ram Rider behind the tank, and that didn't work well because of the Inferno Tower and Skeleton Army. This time, we're going to put the Ram Rider first, and then put everything behind it for support and see what happens. So here we go. She's going to charge up. And let's see where we get this time. So she connected with the tower. Now the skeletons are dropping, and we got some, oh, she used the tornado. We're just going to keep pushing with this. 1200, 1100, 10, 9, 6, 3. So that seemed to work pretty good push there. So now we'll go into defensive mode and take care of business, because now all we have to do is defend our tower, and this game is a win. Here comes the Golem, so we'll defend against the Golem, leave the Ram Rider out of the defense, get the Zappies in here. I think they're going to have, actually we'll send the Skeleton Barrel out, we'll send the guards out. I think they had Tornado or Fireball or something, so before I put Zappies out, we're going to try that. Yep, there's the zap. Let's get a ice wizard out here as well. And furnace. Alright, so far so good. Good defense there. And now let's push again on the right. When they drop the golem, they'll be out of elixir, so that means we can push. Got one tower gone. They've pushed, so even if they get somewhere with that, I already got a good connection on the right tower. So they pulled that back. Let's get the zappies out this time. They use tornado. Don't have to worry about tornado. Do have to worry about the rest though, so as long as we can get a good defensive push here, we will be fine. Let's send the balloons out. Take care of that. And there's tornado once again, 1600. And this is going to be close here. Just get the zappies up. There went that. They're going to push again with the golem, so when they do that, we'll send the Ram Rider in again. There's that. Put the guards in. Ram Rider it up. 13, 12, 10. So we're going to have to defend again if we want to last. Get our fire spirits out here for the P.E.K.K.A. They got lightning, so now we can use zappies. It's going to be difficult, but we can hopefully manage this. Put another furnace out there. Get another ice wizard out. And zappies. Oh, now it's game over. Unless we can stop that P.E.K.K.A. Furnace again. Oh, that was close. Let's Ram Rider. They use the golem. They use the lightning. Ram Rider. One. Oh, almost got enough on that. So now the golem is going to win because I didn't have a card to stop the golem. If I would have had Inferno Tower, that would have done well. But likely, guys, you saw on that initial push that it was a good choice for that. So, alright, Burn, now you can show me, my friend, what you got. Let's go. Get a regular deck, play me. Okay, I'll get a regular deck. Hold on. Not gonna give you the benefit of the doubt of showing you my regular deck. Gotta try it, make it somewhat fun. And do. And what was else I was wanting? What else was I wanting? Alright. Here we go. We're ready now. Where's that friendly challenge at? There it is. Friendly battle. Here we go. The key of the Ram Rider is its stung ability of the bola. Okay. He says, I think he meant stun ability of the bola. We'll see if that's what he meant. Your move, El Capitano. Here comes the Pika to save the day. Pika, 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 gonna save the day. Pika can save it, or Pika can waste it. Pika, 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 gonna save the day. Bam, dead. Still waiting on this Ram Rider to save the day. The Pika couldn't get the job done. Alright, what's he gonna throw now? Okay, so far the Dark Goblin and the Battering Ram have been the saviors of this match. Okay. Let's see what he does. Here comes his push. He's going to use the Ram Rider on this push because we'll be in double elixir mode. So let's see if I can't stop it. Still waiting to see it. There she is. And there he goes. Really, the Pika was the bulk of that push. The Ram Rider was just a distraction. So, Burn, how is that using the Ram Rider effectively? Because the Pika did all your work for that. So, what exactly happened? I will show you. Well, you didn't. You just had a chance, and I didn't say anything. You used it in like the last 10 seconds. Like, that's how you use the Ram Rider, Stinkpot, in 10 seconds of the battle, right there on your Stinkpot Shack Show. So, you never know what buildings you're gonna face. So you're saying the Ram Rider's only good against big tanks? I had a big tank. The Elite Barbarians. Those are big tanks. The Inferno Tower. That's a tank. You placed the Ram Rider once at last. So I don't see your point. How about this? Get a big tank. Okay, I'll get a big tank. I'll go by what... Master Burn predicts. He says, big tanks. Alright, big tanks it is, buddy. Doo-dee-doo-dee-doo, doo-dee-doo-dee-doo. Big tanks. What's his deal anyway, guys? Big tanks. Well, so... while you're waiting on me, Burn, where do you rank the Ram Rider in terms of the other legendary cards? Where do you think it rates? Like, is it one of the top 5 legendary cards, the bottom 5 legendary cards, or in the middle? What's your take on it from a legendary perspective? Tanking it up. Do dee do dee 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 dee. Alright, I'm ready. Okay, what Ram Rider does is stuns the troops in place. Stuns the troops in place. So let's go read it again. Maybe I missed that part of the description. Her bolus snares, so it doesn't really stun, it snares enemy troops while Ram head for the nearest building. Ram and hogs don't mingle at parties, so that suggests you shouldn't use hogs with your Ram Rider. Is that what that's saying? Let's take a look at this little icon here. It targets air and ground. So it snares. So a snare is different from a stun. A stun is a jolt, like when you get, you know, stun gun, when you get tasered. That's what a stun is. When you use zappies, that's what a stun is. But a snare is just going to slow a person down. It's not going to stun them. So I think we're using the wrong word right there. It's like if there was like a sticky spell or something, it would just slow your troops down. It wouldn't stun them. Snare means not movable. Okay. A trap for catching birds or animals, typically one having a noose, a wire, or cord. I think we're going to disagree on that one. I don't think a snare should not immobilize you. It should just slow you down. Like if you get caught in a snare trap, you're just going to be slowed down for a little bit. You were walking through the woods, and then you get caught by this trap. You're not immobilized forever. You just got to figure out how to get out of the trap, and then you continue on your journey. So I guess we're just going to disagree. But he says it's going to immobilize you. So we're going to, let's see. Let me record this match, and then we'll go back and watch it in slow motion when the Ram Rider is out there, because I really want to see what that snare effect does. So we'll do that, Burn. We'll do this match here, and then we'll rewind it and go back in slow motion at half speed mode so I can really see what's happening with the snare. Sound good? Let's go. So go ahead and friend request me. And, oh, canceled, yeah. I never know which one I need to be on. There it is. Alright, friendly battle. You wanted tanks? I got your tanks. Here we go. And I'll try to... Oh, crap. Let me turn on the record. Oh, I don't need to turn on the record. I can just hit the replay. That's right. Thank you, Clash Royale, for having a replay system. So, I guess you want me to drop first. Oh, okay. So, Bandit's gonna die. Bye-bye, Bandit. Okay, let's see. There's the Ram Rider. See, it's not... Okay, I see what you're talking about now. It totally stopped him from moving. Okay. I saw that. Don't need to replay that. I definitely saw that. I guess I just didn't notice it when I was using it. Or when it was being used against me. So 2 seconds per snare? That's interesting. Notice the bowler does not push back the big mighty P.E.K.K.A. Tanks all around. Okay, let's watch this immobilization. See, but you're kind of right, Burn, and you're kind of wrong also, because you said... what were your exact words? Snare means not movable. Okay, so you were correct with that. Not movable, but it can still attack. So if it's still within proximity of the Ram Rider, you're still going to get attacked by it. But, or, you know, whatever is attacking the Ram Rider is still going to attack it. It's just not going to be able to move for a couple seconds. So it's kind of like a temporary freeze spell. So what happens if you use Mirror with the Ram Rider? I guess it would immobilize two different troops on the battlefield. I don't know. Don't know how that would roll. Doody-doody-doo. So we'll go back in extra slow-mo anyway and take a look at that first Ram Rider and check it out. Watch. So we'll put this, we'll let it go for a little bit and then we'll do the half speed. Okay, here it comes. There, I think I went, let me go do that again. I was a little too late on that. Watch. Alright, let's go 4 speed. Then we'll go down to half speed. Okay, here we go. Half speed it is. We'll zoom in. Oh, I can't zoom in. So it doesn't, I mean, it immobilizes it once it's on the ground, but you saw that first snare. That first snare didn't just bring it right back to the ground because it was in mid-flight. It still did that. It didn't do the snare ability until it had completed its jump. So, Burn, let's do that one more time. One more time. Now I'm curious. What's gonna happen to a minion horde that gets snared? Let's find out. Let's go, Burn. What happens to the air troops? Let me put a few air troops in here. And let's see what happens to them when they go against the Ram Rider. Put a baby dragon. Put Electro Dragons. Stun versus snare with the Electro Dragon. Let's try that out. Alright, I'm ready. Man, these Supercell games are having issues with connectivity. It's not me. Hey Brandon, welcome to the show. We are playing with the Ram Rider, trying to find the pros and cons and how to build your Ram Rider deck. So I've learned in this last match that their bolus snare is actually going to immobilize troops. So we're going to see how it works against air troops now. So Burn, I'm just going to let you throw your troops out. And then when I see the Ram Rider, that's when I'll throw my air unit out. And we'll see what happens there. Yeah, put all your... Yeah, okay, there it comes. So let's see what happens when we got Electro Dragon versus Ram Rider. Here we go. Kind of a little... So the Electro Dragon is getting stunned, or is stunning the Ram Rider, but the Electro Dragon wasn't moving from his spot either. So let me throw out a couple more troops and get back to my next air troop. Okay, so next up will be Baby Dragon. We'll see how the Baby Dragon does against the Ram Rider. This will be interesting, I think. Should have used Wimpy troops so they get destroyed quicker, but oh well. Alright, here comes Baby Dragon. Let's see what happens. Stunned again. But in this case, it didn't matter so much because the Baby Dragon was right where the Ram Rider stopped. So we didn't get to see that full stun effect. Now, what's going to happen when they go up against Minion Horde? Will the bolus stun the entire group or just one or two of minions in the horde? That's what I'm really curious about. So we'll do that test next, and I'll drop them off by the river, so they fly towards the Ram Rider. Me first. Okay, are you ready for the Ram? Here it comes. Here comes the Minion Horde. Let's see what happens. Yeah. Okay, there it is. Didn't really get to see what happened there because the towers were shooting at the Minion Horde. Let me throw my electro... Let me just cycle back to the Minion Horde. And you just kill all these troops. Man, big cycle back. Alright, let's see it now with the minion horde. Here we go. I guess it was... see, it's hard to tell on the minion horde, because they were all focused on the Ram Rider, but were they all immobilized by the Ram Rider? I couldn't tell. So that was an interesting one. Huh. I don't know what it's going to do with multiple. A better test, this will be the very last test I do. Let's use Skeleton Army, because there's tons of those guys. I'll use Skeleton Army and I'll mirror it and then clone it. And let's see what that does to the Ram Rider. So there's mirror. Let me get my clone spell. Alright, so that's going to cost me almost 10 elixir to do that. Let me put some baby troops in. So they will die easily. I'll just use spells for the rest. Actually, we'll just use all skeletons. That's easy enough. Let's find out what happens. I think I'm all skeletoned out. So let's just add another. We'll just add a heal spell. That'll do it. Heal spell. Okay. One more time, Burn. It only stuns single units. Ram Rider is not good against swarms. We'll put that to the test. Let's go. Alright, all skeletons all the time, cloning them, mirroring them. Let's see what happens. I'm gonna drop all my troops on the left side, Burn, so you'll always know where I'm going. Here we go. When I see the Ram Rider out, that's when I'll throw the Skeleton Army. Alright, here comes the Skeleton Army. We'll clone them. Clone them again. Look at that. So yeah, you can definitely see a big weakness of that Ram Rider. Like Burn said, they are not good against the swarming units. So I would say your Minion Horde would be a good defense against them. Your Skeleton Army, anything you could clone would be good against them. Probably even Goblin Gang would be good against them. So those are good counters for them. Or you could also have anything in the middle, like your Goblin Hut or your Furnace or anything like that would also work. Or you could do like you do against the Bowler. You could drop 2 units, one on the left side of the Ram Rider, one on the right side of the Ram Rider, and one of them will get to it. So, yeah. Yeah, against a mirrored cloned Skeleton Army, those Ram Riders die in half a second. Masharo, I'm here, buddy. I just can't play with everybody at once, and I only have 30 minutes, and we actually have gone way over. So after this match, we will be getting straight over to Clash of Clans, because this is our Supercell Super Stream Night here on your Stinkpot Shack Show, where we do 30 minutes Clash Royale, 30 minutes Clash of Clans, and 30 minutes of Brawl Stars. So, Mashara, it's nothing personal, my friend. It's just 30 minutes isn't a lot of time, and I really want to get to videos where we teach people how to play the game, teach people how to get better at the game, and the tournaments are reserved for when we battle each other. So, at least for a few weeks, we're not going to be doing 1v1s, 2v2s, because I really want to showcase some of these newer cards and teach everybody how to play, including myself. So Burn, you've been a great help on helping us understand this Ram Rider. So let's recap their strengths and weaknesses. They're a little low on the health. They don't do as much damage as the Hog, but they have that Bola, Stun, and Mobilize ability, which is unique to any of the Rider class types of cards. So that's where you need to maximize that benefit in order to do well with the Ram Rider. But as you can see, it can easily be defensed by swarming troops. So that's what we're talking about on your Stinkpot Shack Show. Thanks for watching Clash Royale. Stay tuned because less than 5 minutes away, we're going to be starting the stream machine up again, and we'll see you in Clash of Clans. See you in a bit, guys.